expect a low-scoring game tonight, Grant. Two terrific defensive clubs fighting to lock each other down.
Both these teams are elite on the defensive end. These guys won't be making it easy out there. When there's lots of stops, lots of forced turnovers, it can be very difficult to find a scoring rhythm.
So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the one. And the foul on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Out to the wing. Pass to Crowder. Fires the three. The Clippers grab the miss. It's George on the wing. Puts up a three. Hauled in by Paul. Outside Booker. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Some of the greatest shooters in the game always talk about being on balance. Booker does a great job there. Keeps his eyes on the prize. I've gotten used to Devin Booker putting up huge numbers, so a 40-point game for him feels like another day at the office.
Now here's Bridges. Paul passes to Aiden. Out to Bridges. George against Booker. Launches it. And the three-pointer goes. Booker's got 5 now. When you talk about Booker's high-powered offense, he's a rare member of the 70-point club with only 5 other players in NBA history. Brent, you got Wilt, Kobe, David Thompson, Elgin Baylor, and David Robinson.
Man, B.A., if you could sit down at a table to talk about your 70-point night, I'd like to be a server at that table.
Now here's Paul. Crowder finds Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Booker for 3. And the Suns get another 3.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Now here's Leonard. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall.
You like Kawhi, and he knows when to be forceful, just using his muscle on the inside to get to his shot.
Paul against Wall. Now here's Paul. Defense is right there. Here's Bridges. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Well, Bridges is down low, doing a great job of just pounding the defense. Makes the shot.
George against Booker. George drives in. Misses from close range.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Well, what do you say about CP3 other than this guy is an all-timer? And when you think about guys down the stretch who you'd have run your offense, CP3 has to be mentioned up there.
Here's Paul. Up top, Booker. Back to Paul.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
And he banks in the layup. As for CP, seems irreplaceable with each team he's been on.
Well, he does so much for a team in terms of just keeping accountability from the coach's voice to his. Not only does he perform at the highest level on the floor, there's a lot of things that CP3 brings off the floor that really help teach guys what being a pro is all about.
So it's the Clippers now, coming off the Suns make, and he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Shooting for the Clippers.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
Now here's Paul. Outside Booker. There's the 3. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And again, no good by the Clippers. And they go to the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
The loudest section gets t-shirts, so get loud.
Booker with it. 11 points in the game. To the paint. Here's Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Here's Wall. The Suns getting their last shot to go. Pass to George. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall.
Just smart use right there, Paul George in the mid-range.
Wall against Paul. Now here's Ayton. Zubac with the steal. Leonard with the ball. Stolen by Ayton.
Clippers foul. John Wall. Second personal foul. 15.
And he knocks down the first one.
Still providing incredible production and great leadership. Chris Paul sets the standard for his team. Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
And here's Zubac outside. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Devin Booker.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Suns Youth Dance Team.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard. Plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Crowder and Ayton, the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Now here's Bridges. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Booker for 3. No good on that one. His first miss. He's 4 for 5 now.
Already a terrific career for Booker. 3-time All-Star. And then last year he was named to the All-NBA first team. Just a big honor.
Booker against George. Pass to Wall. Going inside. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And it's the Suns with the ball. The Clippers getting their last shot to go. Booker for 3. Yes. And it's Paul with the assist that time. Paul's got 3 assists in the game. And with Booker, it's not just the scoring. Grant, he does a little bit of everything.
Hey, B.A., I mean, you go back and look at last season. He had career highs in rebounds, steals, blocks. I mean, he's learned how to affect the game, even when his shot isn't falling, which is rare.
Now here's Ayton. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. Paul against George. Outside for Booker. Chalk up 2 there. Booker's got 16 points.
Just such a gifted scorer. I mean, Devin Booker, a guy that drops 70 once in a game. You got to be kidding me.
Paul against Wall. Ayton passes to Booker. For 3. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Offensive rebound. Leonard on the wing. Can they get it? And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. And an intentional foul right there. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there.
Substitution on the court.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. And here's Crowder from the arc. The shot that time not on target. And Los Angeles the other way now. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them. That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Man, such a heartbreak last year as the Phoenix Suns had the opportunity to return to the finals, and it just felt like they were destined to get back there. It was their most wins in the season in franchise history. It just didn't play out that way.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that?
Clippers foul. Luke Kennard. First personal foul.
The Suns' regular season dominance last year speaks to this team's strength.
Oh, yeah, they are so tight between the connection of the coaching staff and their point guard and CP3. These guys have talent. They've been through the ups and downs. They know what it takes to get to the top of the mountain. Make no mistake, this Phoenix team is playing to win it.
And the Suns going with a whole new group out there. And the basket is good.
Jackson loves getting into the lane and trying to draw guys in and take a few bumps.
Here's Shamet, defended by Jackson. Pass to Lee. Back to Shamet. Launches a three. Kept alive. Here's Landale. Tries again. Powell pulls it in. And here's Kennard. Takes a three. It's hauled in by Landale.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
With the fadeaway. Pass to Sharic. Jacks up a three. And the Suns get it back. Back to Shamet. Second chance shot. Phoenix no good that time either.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Luke Kennard.
Nice shot by Kennard.
And he got a good look at the hands of Covington.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Lee. Back to Shamet. Here's Landale. 3 on the clock. Batum pulls it in. From deep. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's the Phoenix Suns up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. Great team defense on Paul George. They're limiting what PG is doing out. As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
Yeah, he plays such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, Jackson and Powell make up the backcourt. Robert Covington is out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Batum in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Shamet. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him.
I know this much about Robert Covington. You'll never find him short on effort. This is a high-energy guy on both ends of the floor.
Pass to Lee. From downtown, drains the triple. Lee's got his first 3 points of the game.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
Kennard, and they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Well, Brent, any team loves to have a guy like Covington setting an example with his all-out play.
Yeah, B.A., you know how there are guys that bring along everybody with their offensive game? Covington does that with the defense. He's out there, he gives effort, he dives on the floor, he's going for loose balls, and all of a sudden the energy of the team is right behind Robert Covington's defense.
Here's Lee. Covington grabs the board. Covington's got 4 rebounds now. Kennard finds Covington. Kicks it out to Kennard. And again, it's the Clippers converting. Phoenix has gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. Here's Shamet, defended by Jackson. The ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Jackson. Out to Covington. Lets it go from deep. That's good from Jackson on the assist from Covington. Jackson's got 5 points.
And Jackson showing off a little bit of his range that time. So confident in that release.
Pass to Johnson. Here's Shamet, defended by Jackson. Kennard against Johnson. Now here's Sharic. Ooh, they can't stop the run with that one.
Well, still a few years out, but the Clippers have to be excited about moving into their own arena in 2024. So much innovation has gone into the design of the building. It just looks incredible.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Amen. The Clippers felt they needed to build their own arena to establish some identity.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That they could be their own franchise away from the shared building with the Lakers. And for so long in LA, they've been treated as sort of the second-rate team, and that just shouldn't happen. So having their own arena, it's moving them well into the right direction.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Now Jackson. He's got 5. Powell with it. Picked up by Sharic. Out to Covington. Fires from deep. Pure from three-point range. Covington's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Shamet, defended by Jackson. Back to Shamet. Pass to Sharic. 5 on the clock. Here's Shamet. Here's Landale. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Covington's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Powell passes to Covington. Three-pointer. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
And the Suns will go for a different look here. Ayton, he's checked in for Landale. Crowder comes in for Sharic. Mikal Bridges checked in for Johnson. And it's Booker in for Lee.
And already at such a young age, Landry Shamet considered one of those critical role pieces for a very good team. Sky's still the limit for where he can get to.
Down low. And stolen by Bridges. And the Suns pushing it up now. Here's Shamet, guarded by Batum. Back to Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
And that's just too easy. Bridges in there slamming it down.
Now here's Kennard. Give him 8. Pass to Batum. Out to Covington. The 3. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
The possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame.
Your Suns fans, please give a big round of applause for your Suns youth dance team.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter.
Everyone get out of your seat and up to your feet.
The Clippers trail. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
I don't know when Chris Paul sleeps. It's never during the game. Always active and keeping his arms moving, which is how he's able to swipe that one away.
Morris outside. Back to Wall. Leonard outside. Off the mark there with a 3. Phoenix has gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. For 3, Booker. That one falls. 8 of 10 and scoring with confidence. You know, Grant, sometimes with certain flagrant fouls, you'll hear people say it was a dirty play, but not a dirty player. But when does it become both?
Well, we all understand, B.A., dirty plays aren't good for the game, but sometimes a flagrant foul will happen. A lot of times, though, you have to factor in a pattern of behavior. I really believe players who have a history of being called for a lot of flagrant fouls plays a big role in how it's perceived.
Sends it home from three-point land.
Chris Paul is going to find anybody that's leaning the wrong way, let alone leaving an open man.
George against Booker. Stolen by Booker. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Suns?
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
Pass to Aiden. Soft touch off the glass.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
George, good.
Paul George has such a deep bag on the offensive end, a polished scorer, and tough to keep him away from hot spots on the floor.
Pass to Bridges. Back to Paul. Five to shoot. The Suns need to get off a shot. Outside for Booker. Offline with a three. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Wall, the pass to George. That shot missing. The Suns have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. And here's Paul. Pass to Crowder. Let's go with a three. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. George finds Wall. Now Zubac. Covered by Crowder. A nice shot by Zubac.
Just selling the defense on the pump fake.
No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot.
Outside Booker. Fires the three. Yes. And it's Paul with the assist that time. Booker's got 9 points now in the second half.
It really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
For Phoenix, they've gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. Wall against Paul. On the wing, Crowder. Outside Booker. Pass to Paul. Back to Booker. This one for 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Suns.
And it seemed like steals ended up making the difference in this game.
No question. Their ability to force mistakes and turn them into points gave them an upper hand tonight.
And what a huge performance it was for Devin Booker.
He had a surplus of energy tonight, providing defensive help all over the floor and making it seem like they had 6 guys out there instead of 5.
And it's Crowder missing.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
That's the power and strength he brings. Kawhi able to absorb the contact. I'm not even sure he felt it, and still knocks it down.
The free throw drops for Leonard.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
Paul finds Booker. Paul against Wall. Crowder outside. Pulls it. And that one's long. Now Los Angeles with it. It's a 14-point game. Kicks it to George. The 3. And he can't get that one. So it's the Suns winning this one easily. A clean win, and one where the
Pile up the assist, Clark. You've come to the right place.
Tell you what, Kevin, both of these teams really emphasize player movement, ball movement, and getting everybody involved, touches and shots. It makes them very unpredictable and really keeps the defense off balance.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. The backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. Shot by Crowder, no good. Towns against Crowder. Out to Edwards. Lets it go with a three. Phoenix grabs the miss. And the wide open shot from Crowder. They get it again.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
Russell looking around. Kicks it out to Prince. A three-pointer, no good. Suns have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Paul dishes to Booker. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Ayton. Bridges passes to Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. D'Angelo Russell, the second overall pick in 2015.
Yeah, pretty interesting too, Kevin, that the Lakers traded him after just his second season. It was basically a salary dump. It wasn't about talent because he's got plenty of that, but he was young when he came into the league. He had a reset at age 21 and then went on to rebuild his stock in Brooklyn, making an all-star game there. And by doing that, showed everybody that he could start over.
Phoenix is gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Pass to Ayton. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Timberwolves have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals. Bridges with the steal. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Bridges leading the charge. Buries it from three-point range. Paul's got a couple of threes now in the first for Phoenix. Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
Ball for Minnesota.
It's been several possessions since they've converted.
And they've got to find a way to change that.
Russell kicks to Prince. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
You know, once Prince gets good inside positioning, he's going to work.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And the pass to Bridges. Kicks it out to Paul. Booker outside. Clock at 6. From deep three-point range. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Minnesota will come the other way. And Edwards with the stop.
Boy, Edwards doing a nice job excelling in transition. Has a really good understanding of how to field the lane and get where he needs to be.
And it's Paul penetrating. Kicks it out to Booker. Fires the three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
Here's Paul after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Ayton finds Paul. Back to Ayton. Booker looking around. Launches it. Gobert pulls it in. And so Gobert will bring it up for Minnesota. Trailing by 2. And the foul called on Edwards. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Paul passes to Booker. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Such an active shooter. Love how Booker gets defenders to try and be physical with him.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Both free throws good from Booker.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Russell kicks to Towns. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Booker the pass to Paul. 24 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Kicks it out to Booker. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Booker's got 5 now.
Paul is so gifted at creating for his teammates. I mean, he's just got a special knack, and it's one that's been honed over years and years of playing. He really does work hard to get everybody involved.
The kick out to Towns. With the crossover. Oh!
My goodness. Towns with the creativity and explosiveness.
And that concludes the first quarter of play.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns youth dance.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Volanos. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Suns.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball, looking for fast break opportunities. Always a good idea.
One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
On the court for Minnesota. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. Now here's Edwards driving inside. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. 3rd all-time in career assists, 2nd all-time in career assist percentage. And he looks far from done.
On the wing, Booker. Edwards defending. Crowder sets a screen for Booker. Sinks the triple. Booker's got the lead up to 10 now for the Suns.
And from the corner, Booker is not a player you can forget about.
Russell against Paul. Kicks it out to Prince. Paul with the steal. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
It's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Call for Minnesota.
Minnesota calls timeout. And great, what separates Paul from the other 2 guys that have more career assists is that Paul also averaged 18 points a game.
And he scores with efficiency. Really a one-of-a-kind talent. When he finally does decide to hang him up, I think he'd make a great head coach as well.
Now here's Paul.
Make some noise, Phoenix, for your Suns breaker.
Kicks to Bridges.
Make some noise once again for your Suns.
Prince with the defensive effort. Timberwolves trail by 10. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Paul. Russell dishes to Edwards. Out to Russell. Banked in off the glass.
Well, I tell you, Russell looking very comfortable taking on aggressive defense and getting the job done. That's good focus on his part.
Now here's Paul. 6 points for him. Booker outside. Back to Paul. 5 on the clock. Passes it to Bridges. The Suns need to get a shot off. For 3. Booker. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Out of bounds.
Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Suns leading by 8. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Minnesota calls timeout. And in the NBA, Clark, one singular talent can transform a team, as we know. So if you could play with either a superstar scorer or a defensive player of the year team, which would it be?
I think I've got to go with the defender, Kevin, simply because there are a lot more guys that do scoring at a high level than do defending at a high level. And if you have an elite defensive player of the year kind of guy, he can make a huge impact on your championship chances.
Ayton, the pass to Bridges. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Phoenix. He kicks to Ayton. Back to Paul. Over Russell. And it's sent back by Russell.
Well, I tell you what, his teammates love seeing this. So do I. I mean, when Russell was able to block a shot, that's a big bonus. Explosive play in the air by Edwards, and perfectly timed, too, for the alley-oop slam.
Here's Paul. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Paul finds Booker. Now Paul. The kick out to Crowder. Booker outside. Fires from deep. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Prince outside. Pass to Towns. Takes it inside. Rebound by the Suns.
Not really the best decision. I mean, get the easy two, the for sure two. No need to make it fancy and special.
And stolen by Russell. And here we go. Fast break. Towns has got it. That shot misses. And Phoenix will come the other way. Crowder kicks to Paul. The kick out to Crowder. Back to Paul. They could use a bucket. It's rebounded by Towns.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Russell with it. Chris Paul covering. Prince. It's hauled in by the Suns. Crowder's got his 4th rebound in this one. And they're running. Bridges inside the 3-point line. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. 23 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Booker. Ayton wide open. And the Suns miss again.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And the slam dunk by Russell.
You like what you have there. Russell crafty with the dribble.
Now here's Booker. From past the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Booker's got 13.
Watch out now when this guy gets into a rhythm.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back.
That's the end of the first half with the score. Your Suns, 21. The Timberwolves, 14.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Johnson and Saric are the 3 and the 4. Andrew Shaman is out there with Lee, and it's Landale in at center. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Up and in on the layup. And the Suns lead by 9.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
It's time to make some noise for your Suns.
Here's Noel, covered by Lee. Noel passes to McDaniels, and it's good for 2.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And here is Shaman. For 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
Man, that's just a risky play to make a heave like that. Not worth it.
And about a minute of action so far in the 3rd quarter. Out to Lee. Pass to Landale. 5 to shoot. Lee outside. Second chance shot. Saric outside. And there's the call on Dario Saric. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads-up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Anderson with the ball. Now guarded by Sharks. Rivers can't get it to go. Phoenix leading by 7. Johnson gets to Sharks. Johnson outside. This is to Sharks. No good. Shot missing. And Minnesota now the other way. From 10 feet out. Here's McDaniels. Landale grabs the miss. The Suns have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Here's Johnson. Shamet the pass to Johnson. And the Suns miss again. Timberwolves trail by 7. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Phoenix has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Shamet. And contact on the shot, so he'll... And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time
The previous line for 2.
closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Just the immense speed at which these players are moving. And how fast the action really is. And how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Noel. McDaniels up top, covered by Lee. The second effort. That one, no good. Excellent D there by Johnson. Sharge passes to Shamet. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Out to Sharge. Good D by Anderson.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
And finished up by McDaniel.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how brilliant throwdown.
Exercising his authority.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Crowder is screen on Edwards. Bridges outside. The kick out to Crowder. There's the pass to Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Phoenix no good that time either. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Now here's Towns. Takes the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Now it's just a 3-point Suns lead.
You know what? You have bigs who can threaten you with the triple where you have to at least respect it. But when you think about Karl Anthony Towns, in multiple seasons, he's hit over 40% from 3.
Paul against Russell. Paul dishes to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Oh, I love watching him flush it home, showing how easily he can get off the ground and bang it.
Edwards against Booker. Edwards looking it over. Outside, Towns. Plays it up and banks it in. 9 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Excellent job by Towns to stick with it. He didn't let the defender get to him there.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Paul. And the layup's good off the glass.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Edwards with it. Towns, a screen on Booker. And Edwards with the stop.
Boy, the athleticism of Edwards is something to behold. Love watching him sky up to throw it down.
And Booker puts up a deep three. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Suns ahead. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. And court guards are Russell and Edwards. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. And Paul gets it to go in. And the Suns lead by 7. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Suns.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And another place they're finding success is in transition. They've been working hard to get ahead of the defense and find those easy ones.
Here's Paul after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Kicks it out to Booker. Back to Paul. Booker outside. The 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
Russell against Paul. Driving in. He dishes it to Bridges. Clock at 4. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And the leadership Paul provides both on and off the floor is extremely important, very valuable to any team. He's really about trying to make his teammates better, and that serves everybody well.
Outside Edwards. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Not really the best decision. I mean, get the easy 2, the for sure 2. No need to make it fancy and special.
And now Minnesota on the fast break. Prince with it. He's picked up by Paul. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Russell inside. Defended by Booker. Here's Towns. And the layup is good. Towns has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Showing us a little bit of everything tonight. Karl Anthony Towns, extremely versatile, taking over at the offensive end.
Kicks it out to Booker. Ayton a screen on Edwards. And here's Booker from the arc. Drills the three-pointer. And the Suns lead by 6.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Now here's Edwards. Kicks it out to Prince. The dish to Gobert. That one misses. Some solid defense from Ayton. Suns leading by 6. Back to Paul. 1:46 left here in the 4th quarter. Booker the pass to Ayton. Up again, and Booker able to finish.
And a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
Towns for 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Here's Edwards. Here he goes. Crowder with the steal. Paul looking over the floor. Bridges outside. just 5 to shoot. With 3, Booker, another 3 for Phoenix.
It's clear now how this is going to end, and I'm not surprised. Great win for the Suns.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Devin Booker.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Al Paul passes it to Booker. Back to Paul. Feeds to Ayton. Gobert with the defensive effort. Outside, Towns. Out to Russell. Paul with the steal, and stolen by Russell. Here's Gobert. It's a hand on it. So the Suns win it. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home.
as anyone. Brian?
Oh, tremendous, Allie. Thank you. Here we go. So the Timberwolves win the tip. And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
You see how seriously Gobert takes rebounding, just getting after it. Great activity.
Now here's Wall. Morris outside. Leonard outside. Back to Morris. Shot clock at 5. Here's the 3. Knocks it down from distance.
Nice pass by Kawhi Leonard. You can tell he's been working on his playmaking.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
Russell finds Edwards. Back to Russell. Rebound by the Clippers.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Out to Leonard. From behind the arc. Edwards pulls it in.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Here's Towns. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
I like seeing Towns be aggressive from deep. He knows his teammates want him to shoot from there.
George outside. Back to Wall. Out to Leonard. It's George on the wing. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Here's Prince. Leonard defending. Pass to Towns. Shakes him. Doesn't go for him. And Los Angeles the other way now. In transition, here they come. Morris outside. Outside Wall. There's the drive. Leonard outside. Fires for 3. Towns with a rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first.
Looking ferocious on the drive. You know, I love seeing Towns going hard and finishing with power.
Wall against Russell. Wall, the pass to George. Leonard on the wing. Kicks it to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. And it's all knotted up.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't flow. Paul George is one of the best at it.
Outside Russell. The kick out to Edwards. Over George. And they'll keep possession.
An all-defensive first-teamer multiple times. Paul George has a nose for the ball.
Clippers ball.
Outside Wall. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Here's George. Prince grabs the miss. For Minnesota, they've gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. The 3 from Russell, and stolen by Leonard. George for 3, and the Clippers hit again from deep.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
Wall against Russell. Pass to Towns. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That'll belong to John Wall.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. that triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often. Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher in tight.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants, keeps the ball moving.
Left side wall, drives to the hoop. Rebound Minnesota. Outside Edwards. Outside Russell. The kick out to Edwards. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Edwards got his second basket of the game.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Well, a good hook. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Timberwolves.
Establishing a paint presence early in the game, it really helps and pays big dividends down the line because it frees up your perimeter.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. And the foul on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. And Minnesota has possession. And when you're trying to slow down a top scorer, often the game plan is to get physical. Grant, you would know better than anybody. What's it like in the trenches here?
Well, B.A., it's interesting. I mean, it can wear on you. It's a mental challenge. When you're in the trenches trying to slow down a great offensive player, it really becomes a battle of wills. You have to stay focused. You have to be disciplined. And most importantly, you just cannot take a play off and allow a great player to get going.
Now here's Russell. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Look at Towns asserting himself inside. He knows he can muscle his way to a shot anytime.
Wall, the pass to Morris. Leonard outside. Shot clock at 6. Wing shot on the way. That one's good from Morris. On the assist by Leonard. Morris has got 5 now.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Left side wall. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Here's George. The Clippers rebound. Leonard up top. The wide open shot is on the money. And it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
In terms of offense, the Clippers have been up and down in recent years. When they're healthy, they're dangerous. When they're not, it's a struggle.
Now here's Russell. Towns for 3. His 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
The versatility of Towns. Unleashing his outside game and presenting all sorts of problems for the defense.
George against Edwards. George passes to Zubac. Leonard for 3. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers. And Smitty with the Clippers, it shows how important depth is to an NBA offense.
Yeah, you know this. It's great to have a powerful first unit. But if your second unit can't carry its weight, it's a fragile situation.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Smitty.
Yes, B.A., one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Blake and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style, attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play.
Now here's Wall. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. George. Leonard on the wing. Shot is good, off the back rim and in.
Kawhi is a threat from anywhere. To him, the mid-range is a good scoring option.
Russell against Wall. Pass to Prince. Outside for Russell. 6 to shoot. Outside Edwards. Shot from the top of the key. Offensive rebound, Timberwolves. Here's Gobert. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Inside Gobert is a nightmare. With his height, it's tough to create good coverage.
Edwards against George. Pass to Leonard. And there's the drive. Now Zubats. It's George on the wing. Guarded by Edwards. Ball for 3. Good work defensively by Russell. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Shot is good by Edwards.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
So it's the Clippers now, following the score by Minnesota. Morris outside. Ball for 3. The shot comes out, so Minnesota will take it the other way. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Towns down low, guarded by Morris. The shot by Towns, no good.
Carl Anthony Towns, first personal foul.
The rare guy who can do everything at both ends. Paul George gives you a chance to win every night.
12 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Zubats. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. With 2 seconds left. And so it's Kawhi Leonard making highlights for the Los Angeles. Thank you, Allie. Good stuff.
24, the Timberwolves. 23.
In that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. You know, Carl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Jackson and Powell make up the backcourt. Robert Covington is out there with Nicholas Batum, and it's Kennard in at the 3. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Looking at Reggie's motion, it's a little bit of a push shot, but able to get it to go.
Now here's Anderson. Pass to Rivers. And he lobs it up. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt.
Foul to the Timberwolves. Kyle Anderson, first personal.
You know, there's always going to be room in this league for guys like Luke Kennard. He can shoot, he can pass it, and he can put it on the floor.
Stolen by Anderson. The shot's good.
Kyle Anderson.
And you can tell they're in sync right now, expertly turning the steal into fast break points.
Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Carl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Kennard can't get it to go. The Timberwolves trail. Pass to Noel. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
First team foul.
Reed with it, guarded by Batum. The jump hook.
On the defensive end, you see a lot of focus from Batum, staying all over the shooter.
For 3, Covington. And again, it's the Clippers missing. McDaniels against Powell. Now McDaniels. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Outside Anderson. Just 5 on the clock. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Pass to Covington. Powell outside. Covington with it. The three is up. And it's Noel with a rebound. On the break. Here's Anderson. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Not explosive at all. Kyle Anderson is crafty. Nice play to draw the foul.
And Anderson drops them both. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Jackson outside. Kicks it out to Kennard. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Batum pass to Jackson. No one covering. Jackson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You love the balance from Reggie Jackson. Generate more power in the catch and shoot.
Here's Rivers. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. And he's going for the oop here. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. To the middle. And the jam by Covington.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Rivers, good.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Now here's Jackson, tightly guarded.
To the Timberwolves. Austin Rivers. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Timberwolves on D. It's a three-point game. Oh, and Reed with a block. They recover it. Stolen by Anderson.
And I'll tell you what, I mean, he sees the man's going to kick the ball out. Wow. I mean, that was great anticipation.
Terrific steal to start the break. The eye-head coordination, the long arms. Anderson is tricky.
Here's Kennard following the score by Minnesota. Powell passes to Covington. Here's Jackson. Count it. Jackson's got 7 points here in the quarter.
That is a powerful point guard right there. Reggie converting against very tight defense.
Here's Rivers. Pass to Noel. Driving inside. And he dunks it down.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Kennard. The three-pointer off the mark.
Foul Clippers. Nicholas Batum. First personal foul. Third.
That one drops. He ties it up. Here's Russell. Towns on a screen for the lead. And Russell with the three. Russell's got 5 points.
Yeah, in the pick and roll, you have to account for Russell. He's looking to score.
And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. Here's George. And the jam by George.
What an athlete Paul George is. Leaping up with such ease on those throwdowns.
to Prince. Back to Russell. Clock at 6. And the foul called on John Wall. That'll be a second foul of the game.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
And he lobs it up to the rim. And the lob disrupted. Not to be.
Oh, that's some pesky defense. Should have thought twice before attempting that pass.
Minnesota in the lead. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Russell, that's good.
Yeah, inside the paint, Russell stays so nimble, helping him get such a high percentage look.
Wall against Russell. Leonard outside. It's stolen.
LA foul. Kawhi Leonard. First personal foul.
Yeah, so talented. There's very little Russell can't do. It's just about the consistency, but the talent is all there.
The Clippers call timeout. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. He told his players not to worry about the score. He believes in their talent, and he believes they'll be the stronger team down the stretch. Now, they've just got to go out and prove it. Guys?
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Russell. Back to Prince. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Timeout called, the Clippers. The Clippers trail. Outside Wall. George outside. And the jam by George.
Yet another one for Paul George. He can pile up points without wasting possessions.
Edwards against George. Pass to Prince. Back to Edwards. Into the lane. And Edwards slams it in.
Beautiful offense, unselfish play, sharp pass by Prince.
George against Edwards. The kick out to Wall. Stolen by Russell. Here's Edwards. Oh, and there's the head coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards. Shooting 2.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart.
The previous play is under
2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Time to get a free t-shirt.
He makes a first. And both free throws good for Edwards. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Russell against Wall. Out to Leonard. There's the triple. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in the game. And he commits the intentional foul.
Marcus Morris Sr. Second personal foul. 4th team foul. 2 minutes remaining in the game.
Outside Edwards. A minute 53 left in the fourth quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, flying high. Throw
Not too many people play that game up there, but he does.
Woo! Now here's George. And Gobert with a block.
What timing from Rudy. He is superb at measuring when to go after blocks.
Leonard finds George. Here's Zubats. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Ball against Russell. Pass to Prince. Back to Russell. Shoots over Wall. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Timberwolves.
I was really impressed with their attitude today, Grant. Competitive game, they battled through every step of the way.
NBA, can you say big time effort and energy? I mean, just a tremendous performance. They were well deserving of this win.
And we get spoiled sometimes, but we should take a second to appreciate what a sensational performance this has been from Karl Anthony Towns.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm, and that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
Wall gets the bucket.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
And the Timberwolves with possession. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Edwards against George. Outside Edwards. Shoots over Wall. Pass to Prince. And that's an intentional foul.
And I'll tell you what, this game is in the books. Not quite sure why they're delaying the inevitable by fouling.
So the first one drops, and that'll put them up by 9.
To succeed in this league, you can never be satisfied. It's a certain mentality, and Prince has that.
That should put this game on ice, not leaving any points behind.
And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. Hey, Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Lots of quality players and very deep benches.
And with the pace we see in games, it really helps to have more legs to run. Each of these coaches have a lot of options, so it'll be interesting to see how they play the matchups.
Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. And here's Booker from the arc. Morris with the rebound. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 3-point game, and it's George finishing it off.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Al Paul. He dishes it to Bridges. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Booker outside. Shot clock at 5. Paul right side. They grab their own miss. Ayton. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Monty Williams. He told me they have to lean on their post game tonight. He wants them to get the ball into the block each time down the floor and pound those guys inside. Sounds like this could be a real physical battle, Kevin. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Now, here is Morris. Following the miss by John Wall. Leonard kicks to Wall. From the arc. A putback. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And good that time.
So shrewd and elusive on the drive. Once Paul sees an opening in the defense, this guy goes into attack mode.
You know, Richard, we don't talk about it much, but Chris Paul's free throw shooting has always been rock solid.
Yeah, we're not going to see teams use a hack-a-ball strategy, that's for sure. He's been 90% or over multiple times in his career. I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
A nice shot by George.
And I love the floor spacing George gives you. His range seems to extend a little every year.
Paul passes to Bridges. Back to Paul. Here's the 3. It's not going to go for him. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's Leonard. And no good. Bridges with some nice defense. Paul with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Bridges dishes to Booker. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Zubats.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Ayton against George. Morris left side. The kick out to Wall. George against Ayton. From deep, Wall. Rebound by the Suns. 1:35 left in the first quarter. Paul passes to Booker. Back to Paul. The kick out to Crowder. Booker up top, defended by George. Booker, no good. Los Angeles leading by 6. Morris passes to Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Three-pointer. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
Paul with the bucket.
In the paint, Paul always stays nimble. That allows him to make adjustments that needed to beat the D.
Paul against Wall. Pass to Leonard. Tipped away. On the wing, George shoots. Bridges with the board.
They say it's a make-or-miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
Phoenix ball.
Suns trail by 6. And here is Paul. It's hauled in by Zubac. Morris against Crowder. No one near Wall as he lets it go. And the Clippers miss again. Near the three-point line. Oh, yes, he can! Yes, he can!
At the buzzer, that's why he's that dude. Yes,
and that does it for the first quarter. Los Angeles on top, up by 4. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
On the court for the Suns, Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Up it forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says, it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. And they are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. D.A., thank you. We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era. And look, they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league. Great decision-making from Booker, realizing one of his guys is open and whips the pass to him.
Ball against Paul. Outside for George. The tray. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Bridges outside. It's Crowder on the wing. Ball looking over the floor. 4 on the shot clock. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. The 3 from George. Leonard. And Leonard stays with it. Leonard's got his first bucket in this one.
And that's the activity on the offensive glass they like to see out of Kawhi. When he's in full hustle mode, they're a much stronger team.
Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And here's Morris for 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And here's Booker from the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Booker with it. It's Crowder on the wing. And the rejection by Zubats. All with it. He's picked up by Paul. And there's the call on DeAndre.
Personal foul.
That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Here's George driving inside. How did you react, Richard, to the changes in rules in 2021, specifically those banning non-basketball moves?
I loved it because the game has gone so far offensively that it put the defenders in such a bad spot. And so now that you're allowing for the defenders to actually play defense now, I think it's great for the game.
And instead of tricking your way to the free throw line.
Yeah, because they were using that it's not a foul, it's what they call. And let's turn what they call into actual foul. So the referees cleaned it up perfectly.
Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Crowder. Now, here's George. He's got 12. Out to Morris. Back to George. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Wall finds Leonard from downtown. It's good from long range. Leonard's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
And how about the read from John Wall? He knows the angles, sees the opportunity, and makes the right feed.
And Crowder with the basket on the assist by Paul. Crowder's got 4 this quarter.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Short. The kick out to Wall. Outside Leonard. From outside the arc. That one doesn't drop. So Phoenix will take it the other way. At the top of the key, Bridges. Crowder with it. George picks him up. For 3, Booker. In the corner, it's Bridges. Traps in the tray. And now just a 5-point Clipper lead.
No hesitation from Bridges. He gets the ball and is primed to take that shot.
Outside for George. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 4th assist in this one.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back.
Your Clipper, 25. The Suns, 17.
For those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
The guard and off guard, filled by Jackson and Powell. Kennard is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Batum in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Jackson kicks to Powell. It's Covington on the wing. Is it alive? He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And we've always talked about Batum's instincts. You see it right there on the offensive glass.
Shamet, the pass to Johnson. Back to Shamet. Kicks it out to Johnson. Three-pointer. Connects from three-point range. Johnson's got 5 points so far.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Here's Jackson. The pass to Kennard. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what his offense was designed to create.
and you couldn't get a better shot off. Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Here's Jackson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Kicks it out to Covington. Dishes it to Batum. Jackson has the open look. No good with the triple. Covington with the steal. In the corner, Powell with it. Knocks down the three ball. Powell's got himself on the board with three there.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Shamet up top, guarded by Jackson. Out to Sharge. Kennard against Johnson. Over Kennard. Here's Landale. Here's Sharge. Got a piece of it.
And on defense, Batum uses that wingspan well, creates solid coverage.
Kennard's shot is off.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Here's Landale, defended by Batum. And here's Johnson outside. And they recover it. To the paint, tries again. Landale, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
It's his first trip to the line.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities. Well, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Kennard against Johnson. It's stolen by Sharks. 1:05 left here in the third quarter. And here's Johnson outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Johnson's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Suns. Passes it to Kennard. From deep. Hands it from downtown. Kennard's got 5 now.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Out to Sharge. Launches a 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. Sharge has got his second basket.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Kennard for 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. 27 seconds left to play in the third. Wow, Shamet. No points in the game yet for him. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Lee against Powell. Outside, Covington. Powell kicks to Jackson. He gets it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Clippers lead by... And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. Shot clock at 6. Paul dishes to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, He's a threat to throw it down.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Wall. Morris, left side. This one for three. Goes back up. Kicks it out to Leonard. George against Booker. A second chance effort. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Bridges finds Booker. He goes up again. Back to Bridges. Hits the three-point bomb.
And from long range, Bridges getting more and more comfortable taking and making his share of threes.
George sets a screen for Wall. Outside, George. Bridges with the steal. George against Paul. Bridges outside. Leonard with the steal. Ball passes to George. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Zubac kicks to George. Good on the triple. And the Clippers lead by 6. And let's get your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Clippers. Ball against Wall. Now here's Paul. D right on him. 6 to shoot. Crowder, the pass to Paul. Back to Crowder. Takes the three. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Wall with the slam.
The insane athleticism. Wall really lets it all hang out when he rises up for the alley-oop.
Ball against Wall. Paul dishes to Booker. And here's Crowder. Back to Booker. Lets it go from deep. Hits it from three-point range.
Check out Booker rising to meet the challenge. He wants so badly to deliver for his team.
Wall looking for an opening. With the drive. And here's Leonard from 3. It's rebounded by Paul. It's deflected. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Trailing by 5. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Morris with the ball. Here's George. It's hauled in by the Suns. Paul's got 4 rebounds now tonight. He kicks it to Bridges. Pass to Ayton. Takes a 3. That shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Here's George into the lane. Oh, he misses the dunk.
And priority number 1 has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
Kicks it out to Booker. Here's Ayton. Booker outside. Paul outside. Crowder with it. George picks him up. Bridges outside. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. A shot by Crowder, no good.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the middle.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Ayton with the block.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
He is a great kid. I love to see this from Ayton, stepping up in the big moments, letting his talent take over.
And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
And he ends up making the second, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And the Suns call time here. They're trailing by 4. Just 4 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Guys, your thoughts?
I mean, it's iffy that there's enough time to even get a quick shot and a foul.
For three, Booker. That shot off. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. It was up for grabs. Well, all right, David, thank you.
teams here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purists.
All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Crowder and Ayton, the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the 3. Now here's Booker. 4 on the clock. The Suns need to get off a shot. Back to Paul. Over Towns. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Well, pre-shot preparation is there. Chris Paul anticipating his teammates going to deliver it, and then he delivers on the make.
Edwards against Booker. It's Edwards.
Oh, okay then.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Paul against Russell. Right side, Paul. Pass to Crowder. Booker fires from way outside, and it's Gobert with a rebound. Well, you know the Timberwolves are a young squad, Doris. When will it be their time, you think?
I think, B.A., when you have a talent that is the anchor of your organization, which they have in Karl Anthony Towns, Cat is one of the most talented big men, most polished offensive players that we've seen in the NBA. Couple him with Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert, and I think you now have to start looking to be a consistent winner. I am anxious to see what this team does this year. When you watch Taurean Prince play, you know it's about team. This guy finds the open man and loves delivering it.
And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Ball finds Crowder. The kick out to Paul. Outside Booker. Takes the 3. And it's Booker again missing.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Out to the right wing. Here's Towns. Drives to the hoop. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, you think about the resurgence for Karl Anthony Towns in the 21-22 season. Selected to his 3rd All-Star game, he actually won the three-point contest, and consider in the regular season, 50, 40, 80% shooting. Really sound basketball.
Now here's Booker. To the left wing. Paul passes to Bridges. A shot to stop the drought. Minnesota with a rebound. And for Towns, team success was the biggest change for him in that 2021-22 season.
It was, B.A., because when you consider out of his first 7 seasons in the league, it's only the 2nd time his team finished with a winning record. But Towns is looking to make that a regular occurrence from this point forward.
Stolen by Ayton and stolen by Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
On the wing, Crowder. The 3 ball. He drops it from range.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. The 3 from Russell. And it's Devin Booker with a rebound.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Crowder finds Bridges. Back to Crowder. Outside Booker. Crowder outside. Bridges left side. 6 to shoot. Up top Booker. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
We know this about Devin Booker. He is not shy. Deep from 3, yes, I'm going to take that opportunity.
Here's Brent. To the paint. Oh, got a piece of it. To the inside. Here's Ayton. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And when Ayton isn't playing basketball, either the live or video game version, he's often drawing.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up wanting to be an architect. I actually hear that he loves blueprints. But probably his most famous sketch, himself dunking on Joel Embiid his rookie year.
Boy, off the bounce, Taurean Prince can be so dynamic. The speed, the power, all of those things make it tough on the defense.
Now here's Paul. And here's Crowder from the arc. And it's Gobert with a rebound. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. The rebound by Devin Booker. The three from Ayton.
Boy, you love the hustle from the young guard. D'Angelo Russell making a play with the defense.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Suns ahead. They lead by 1. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. All right, guys, what stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
And so in the game for the Suns, the deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Outside Paul. Crowder outside. Pass to Bridges. In transition. Russell, that's good.
Well, he's getting better at absorbing contact. Finishes like this prove Russell is a tough, dynamic competitor.
Russell against Paul. Out to Bridges. Up top Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Russell. Now here's Towns. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Give that one to Jay Crowder.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns, one of those 5 men that you can play in a big lineup, you can play in a small lineup. Because of the diversity of his offensive game, you can mix his spots on the floor. So important.
Outside Paul. It's Bridges on the wing. Paul against Russell. Outside Paul. Out to Bridges. Over Russell. And the Suns get it back. Bridges outside. Crowder outside. Looking to end the run. And the shot goes down. Crowder's got 5 now. Across the league, we've seen a lower number of free throw shots per game. Doris, has that stuck out to you?
I think we've all noticed it, certainly, Brian. And there was a long stretch of time where the rules tilted heavily in favor of the offensive player. I think now the league is trying to get back to a happy medium where the physicality is allowed to just go up just a touch. And I think it's 100% appropriate.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Paul passes to Booker. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Pulls it from 20. They get it back. Over to the left wing. Here's Towns. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Crowder. Towns down low. Booker defending. Hauled in by Paul. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Minnesota.
The most consistent attack on offense so far has been the mid-range jump shot. We'll see if they can keep that rolling.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Paul. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Edwards on the take. And Edwards slams it in.
You better get out of the way. So much power from Anthony Edwards. Edwards on that drive. Look out.
Paul passes to Aiden and stolen by Gobert. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Now here's Booker. Back to Paul. Outside for Booker. Phoenix no good that time either.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Here's Aiden. Inside. Here's Crowder. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
I just have so much respect for how Jay Crowder plays the game. This guy works so hard for every single minute he's out there, and you love seeing that.
Now here's Towns. Give him 8. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. And it's going to go on Devin Booker. And that one falls for Towns. So he gets them both.
He's one of the league's best free throw shooting bigs. A performance like this certainly proves it.
Outside Booker. Down low. Ayton passes to Booker. Ayton, a screen on Edwards. For 3, Booker. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Jumps up, and Edwards slams it in.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Paul finds Bridges. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Prince has got 5 rebounds in the game. And Edwards puts up a deep 3.
I like the effort Booker gives on defense.
All right, good stuff, Allie.
Your Minnesota Timberwolves, 26. The Suns, 15.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
We've got Naz Reid, Jaden McDaniels out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Jalen Noel, and it's Rivers in at the point guard position. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. And the basket by Lee.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's Rivers. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Rivers. And he's going for the lob. Woo!
I just love that alley-oop slam, BA.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's Lee. Now Šarić. Pass to Landale. Here's Lee. Anderson pulls it down. And the Timberwolves with possession here. This is the most they've led, 13 points. A slam dunk by Reid.
Gliding the pass to where it needed to be.
Wow, a strong finish to seal the deal.
After just 1 year in college, Naz Reid declared for the 2019 NBA draft where he was not selected, guys.
And Doris, you got to give credit for how hard Reid worked.
Listen, the devastation of going undrafted can make some players hang it up or give up their NBA dreams and go overseas. What you love about Naz Reid is he got back in the lab, he went to work, and consider this, back-to-back seasons where he plays in 70 games and is a part-time starter. That, to me, is successful perseverance.
And that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Sharic. Here's Lee. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Anderson with it. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. To the paint. Johnson with the defensive effort. Boy, the Suns are struggling. Pass to Sharic. Oh, and Reed with a block. Outside McDaniels. Here's Rivers. And here's Reed. Covered by Johnson. A slam dunk by Reed.
Well, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And it's a completely new group for the Suns. Now here's Paul. Oh, and Reed with a block. They retain possession. The Timberwolves have got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. And it's McDaniels off the drive.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Going inside, Booker. And Booker with the jam.
Devin Booker sees a window of opportunity to get to the dribble drive game and takes advantage.
Anderson against Crowder. It's McDaniels on the wing. Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Three-pointer. Crowder grabs the miss. The Suns have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Booker, the pass to Ayton. Here's Rivers. He's guarded by Paul. And the foul on Chris Paul. That'll be a second foul of the game. 41 seconds left in the third quarter. Kicks it out to Anderson. 4-3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Bridges left side. And it's Bridges with the chance.
Well, what you love about Devin Booker, this guy, yes, he is a shoot-first player, but if somebody's open, he will find you.
Here's Noel. Booker defending. Pass to Reed. 6 to shoot. Left side Anderson. And there's the lob. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make the pay.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so in the game for the Suns, the deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Crowder and Ayton, the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his 3rd foul so far.
First team foul.
Towns against Crowder. Towns passes to Edwards. Shot clock at 5. From the arc. Outside to Russell. From outside the arc. On target from range. And the Timberwolves lead by 18.
Well, it's key that you've got to maintain concentration throughout the game. And D'Angelo Russell, nice job in the catch and shoot.
And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his third foul so far.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Here's Booker, and Booker with the jam.
Well, you love the lethal scoring ability off the dribble. Booker putting extraordinary pressure on the defense.
And here's Russell. And the foul on Chris Paul. That'll get him his fourth foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Now here's Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Russell. From deep three-point range, they grab their own miss. Now here's Towns. Fires the three. Here's Gobert. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jay Crowder. That'll be a second foul of the game.
They're having a hard time with fouls. It's still early, but one more and they'll be over the limit.
Oh, there's the alley. Stolen by Ayton.
The D feels like it's everywhere, and that pass should not have been made.
Paul passes to Booker. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got his fourth assist in this one.
Boy, Devin Booker, one of the elite scorers in the NBA. The sweet spot, the corner three by D. Book.
Pass to Towns. Up and over Crowder. Towns can't get it to go.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Outside Paul. It's Booker on the wing. Defended by Gobert. The three is up. Edwards pulls it in. Minnesota has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Here's Russell. Got it from about 16 feet. Russell's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, this is a main strength of D'Angelo Russell. When he gets room to shoot from the mid-range, there's no hesitation.
Paul passes to Crowder. And yep, it's good.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great.
Remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Pass to Gobert. Now Towns. Goes back up. Outside for Russell. And the foul on Chris Paul. That'll be foul number 5 on him.
Foul. 14 foul.
Stolen by Booker.
Man, they have dominated this game, and their defensive pressure is still in full force.
Hayden finds Crowder. Outside Booker. Crowder, a screen on Russell. Booker, the pass to Bridges. Clock at 6. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
Minnesota shooting a solid 53% from the floor. Ball against Russell. Pass to Prince. Inside. And Edwards slams it in.
And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Timberwolves.
They look to run anytime they could.
They set the tone with their pace. Their transition game was excellent.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Anthony Edwards.
And I love his composure. He didn't try to do too much or force things, but he was ready to take advantage of every opening the defense gave him.
Outside Edwards. Oh, wow!
Incredible!
And that one is stuffed right through.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Here's Crowder. It's good.
I'll tell you this, Jay Crowder is one tough cookie. This guy won't be deterred by the defense.
Here's Edwards. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. This one was a fun one to watch. They were thick.
And, of course, Michael Jordan. Not the funnest nights at work, if you get my drift. But I did love playing one John Barry.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. And it's Wall in at the point. And for Minnesota, underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3. 6 on the shot clock. Morris kicks to George. The 3. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. That 3 off the mark.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And the dunk by Towns.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And, Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Here's Towns, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And nice intensity from Towns in the paint. Doesn't back off and takes that shot while being fouled.
And Towns drops them both.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Now here's Leonard. Outside for George. On the wing, Morris. Beyond the arc. Rebound, Minnesota. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
Now, here is Morris. After the miss from Karl Anthony Towns.
Great timing there. Paul George rising up, collecting the ball, and throwing it down.
Outside, Russell. He dishes it to Edwards. Oh, the lob to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
And sometimes it's as simple as this. Throw it up anywhere near Gobert, and he's going to finish it.
George looking around. Fires from deep. Drills the three-pointer. George has got 5 points so far.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Wall. That's good.
Paul George doesn't just score. He can pass it as well. He's a great all-around player.
2 minutes remaining.
Now Russell.
2 minutes.
And the layup falls.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Here's George after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. The layup missed.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Buries it from three-point range.
Wow, Prince has a little daylight, and that shot looked true.
Outside, Wall. Outside for George. Going inside, and it's Russell with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 3. There's the lob to Towns. Wall with the steal. A 3 from Leonard. Connects from three-point range.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard. Killing it in transition.
Russell with it. Prince outside. Right side, Russell. Prince finds Russell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Edwards. There it goes. Oh!
Yeah. And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up. to throw it down.
Edwards against George. Leonard fires away from outside. It's hauled in by Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Out to Edwards. And it's off from three-point range. Left side, George. Wall passes to Morris. And here's George for 3.
Russell affected that shot and used his length and some effort on defense that time.
So at the and getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers. They're capitalizing on them.
Here on the 5, the Clippers have to start the second. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the 1 spot. Now, here is George. 5 points in the game.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of this game. And different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game, Greg, may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to this?
It's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
Now here's Gobert. Basket good. Gobert's got the lead up to 5 now for the Timberwolves.
And the bulk of Gobert's offense is going to come down low. Even if the D knows that, it can still be tough to stop.
Outside for George. Outside Leonard. Zubac trying to break loose. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. You could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA.
And here's Wall. On the wing, Morris. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Edwards. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Well, that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Russell. Kicks it out to Prince. Now, here is Russell. Pass to Edwards. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Well, in terms of wing defenders, PG might be in the top 5 in the league.
On the clock. Prince setting a pick for Towns. Can't cash in from the high post. Clippers trail by 6. And a deep 3 from George. An absolute bomb from three-point range. George has got 8 points.
It's something I think Paul George in the offseason is really working on, just pulling up off the dribble, maintaining great balance. Very few flaws in his offensive game.
Now here's Edwards. Oh, the lob to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And Wall kicks to George. Leonard on the wing. Back to George. Pass to Zubac. Towns with the steal. And here's Edwards from the arc. He doesn't hit that one. Clippers trail by 5. Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have. Injuries have been a factor the past couple of seasons, so They haven't competed at the level, certainly, that their owner wants to, but trying to keep this core group of guys together. If they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
Now, here is Russell. Prince wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Prince has got his second best into the game.
So when he's spotted up like that, Taurean Prince, those percentages go up. Very comfortable on that one.
Wall against Russell. Morris kicks to Leonard. And he drives in. Here's Wall. Gobert pulls it in. Minnesota leading by 4. Here's Russell with the 3. No good. Los Angeles has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shoots the 3. That one's not going to go. So Minnesota will take it the other way. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Yep, that one goes.
That's nice coordination as Russell seemed to know that he was going to get around the defense.
George dishes to Morris. Right side, Wall. And there's the pass to Zubats. Right side, George. Off target from the wing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the team.
And so it's Minnesota with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the... Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just... And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Rudy Gobert with a strong contribution so far in this one.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively, but he's going to keep going at it.
McDaniels is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then it's Naz Reid. And it's Noel in at the 2 guard. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Clippers trail by 6. Now Jackson. Passes it to Powell. Back to Jackson. For 3, Covington. Minnesota with the rebound. Here's Noel. Lobbed up there for Anderson. Covington with the steal. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Powell, the pass to Covington. Rivers against Kennard. Just 4 to shoot. No one covering. Powell's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Clippers. Rivers against Jackson. Rivers with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Jackson with it. Picked up by Rivers. Lets the 3 fly. Count that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from Kennard.
That's impressive stuff as Kennard was out there from deep.
Well, we know Kennard can shoot, but Brent, he has moved up a level.
Well, Luke Kennard ended the season with the highest three-point percentage in the league, right around 45%. But there is more to his game. If you overplay him, he can drive it. He's a better playmaker than you might imagine. Makes him a really tough matchup.
Now the Clippers trading last season for Norman Powell. And as they say, Greg, the rich get richer.
Yeah, an excellent two-way player. Their wing depth becoming the envy of the league. And he's just coming into his prime. So he fits the timeline of their star.
He was able to tie it up. He has to be disappointed that he could not give his team the lead.
Here's Noel. Kicks it to Rivers. Pass to Noel. Three-pointer. Bangs home the trifecta. Noel's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Rivers against Jackson. And there's the drive. And here's Kennard. It's Powell on the wing. The rebound by Anderson. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a three-point game. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
I like that. Staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Jackson against Rivers. Jackson kicks to Covington. Powell the pass to Kennard. On the wing, Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Powell dishes to Batum. The shot's good.
It felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
Minnesota leading by 3. Now here's Rivers. Pass to Noel. And it's Anderson atop the key. Good D by Covington.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And Batum kicks to Covington for 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Well, if you look up 3 and D in the dictionary, you might see a photo of Robert Covington. He's bringing that spacing to his offense.
51 seconds left in the third quarter. Rivers passes to Reed. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, maybe not a true point guard, but Austin Rivers is becoming more cognizant of keeping his teammates involved in the action.
Now, here's Kennard. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Ball against Rivers. 19 seconds left in the third quarter. Kept alive, Minnesota. Reed finds Rivers. Here's McDaniels.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Minnesota, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And he sinks the second. Outside, George. With 1 on the clock. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. The Timberwolves on top. They're up by 3. And coming.
Your Timberwolves
and I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Clippers trail by 3. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point.
And how about the read from John Wall? He knows the angles, sees the opportunity, and makes the right feed.
Al Russell. Prince outside. Shot clock at 6. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
All with it. Outside Leonard to take the lead. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Russell finds Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
The defense better make sure they're sticking to all 4 other players, or else D'Angelo's going to find the open man.
Looking to get back on track here. And then George with the jam.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Here's Russell. Now the dish to Edwards. Down low. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. That's no good, but just his first miss in 5 shots. And there's the feed to Wall. The pass to Zubac. The 3 from George. They get the rebound to take the lead. And now we've got the intentional foul.
D'Angelo Russell. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Clippers with the ball. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And Wall with the slam.
And to say Wall's explosive at the rim doesn't do him justice. I mean, this guy is a freak of nature.
Russell kicks to Prince. To the paint, Paul George with the steal. Left side, Leonard. The kick out to Wall. Morris looking over the floor. Pass to George. Clock at 6. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's the 3. Morris, no good. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Prince. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Gobert with a screen on Leonard. Prince dishes to Edwards. Another shot. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. Leonard. The shot, no good.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow it.
Count that bucket. Edwards got it all tied up down for the Timberwolves.
And the more experience Edwards gets, the better he'll become, especially when he's stepping up and hitting the big shots.
And the wide open shot for Morris. That ball, nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. At the elbow, it's Gobert. To the inside. Edwards passes to Gobert. Shoots over Zubac. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And everyone is counting on him. Gobert needs to be at his best here. It's all about execution.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt him. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
And George gets it to go.
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
Prince outside. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Gobert down low. Zubac defending. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. That one wide left. A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
Leonard kicks to Wall. Outside, George. From deep. The rebound by Prince. Now the Timberwolves with it, trailing by 5. And that one goes out of bounds, as touched by Prince.
And that's just a risky play. To make a heave like that, not worth it.
19 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards.
Second personal foul.
That's foul number 2 for him. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. George passes to Leonard. Out to Morris. So the Clippers with the win. A narrow win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll